Oof. Good evening, everybody. So after a successful launch, feelings are always the same. Relief, happiness, and pride. Tonight I'm relieved, but I am 2 times happier and 3 times prouder than usual. Let me explain why. I am 2 times happier because it's not only a successful launch for EUTELSAT, it's also a successful launch for our partner, ViaSat. With ViaSat, we've been sharing for 10 years the conviction that thanks to satellite technology, we can improve connectivity everywhere in the world, including in planes. And we have decided to prove together in the next few years our ability to reduce sharply the digital divide in Europe. I am 3 times prouder because EUTELSAT 172B is a shining example of the best that Europe's industry can achieve together. It's much more than a EUTELSAT success. It is the success of 3 European companies who worked as a team, a true team, with Airbus, who delivered in a record time the first European and the world's most powerful all-electric satellite, and Arianespace, who illustrated tonight its ability with Ariane 5 to put efficiently and competitively very powerful electric propulsion satellites into orbit. We are also very proud to have customers with us here in Kourou, who, thanks to this success, will be using EUTELSAT 172B for government and video services, as well as in-flight and maritime connectivity in the Asia-Pacific region. From its prime location at 172 degrees east, it will bring improved coverage, power and flexibility to a vast and dynamic region from Australia up to Alaska. EUTELSAT 172B is the 32nd satellite launched by Arianespace for EUTELSAT in nearly as many years. There is a rule in space industry, as in sport: never change a winning team. So in accordance with this principle, I'm very happy that we signed today with you, Stéphane and Jacques, an agreement for 3 more Ariane 5 launches in the next 2 years. And I believe this puts us in the right conditions for our upcoming discussions on Ariane 6. I would like to thank all the teams who worked hard on this program over the past weeks, over the past months, and who made this success possible. Starting with Airbus teams, of course, led by Pierre-Yves Barra, the program manager, Laurent Ravelli, and Nicolas Bouge. The Ariane Group teams, I anticipate a little bit, in particular Roland Lagier, Jean-Christophe Delaunay, Benjamin Troublé, and Béatrice Romero. The CNES teams, in particular our DDO, Fleur Lefebvre, and of course EUTELSAT technical teams, in particular Christophe Duchesne, the program manager, Bertrand Montuis, and Olivier Tropin. Guys, you did an amazing job. I would like also to warmly thank 3 persons. Raphaël Mussalian, without whom I would not be here today, Arnaud de Ronet, and Edouard Pérez. They were the ones who were crazy enough to initiate this project. They decided to do it because, a little bit like Mark Twain, they did not know that it was impossible. Gentlemen, you are a source of inspiration for me and for the whole industry. Thomas Pesquet comes back to Earth tomorrow, and with a perfect timing, a French satellite has gone into space as a French astronaut returns from space. For Thomas, it is the end of his mission, but for EUTELSAT 172B, it's just the end of the beginning. From here in Kourou, the center of our attention is now with our capable colleagues in Toulouse who will ferry EUTELSAT 172B along the next stage of its journey. My final greetings go to all EUTELSAT colleagues across the globe who tuned in to share this historic launch for our company. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Johan, I think Arnaud de Ronet is in Toulouse. Arnaud, salut. Just tweeted or sent me an SMS that we have received the first telemetry from the satellite, so it seems to be at least in a good shape. As always, a breathtaking event, even in such partly cloudy conditions. I have to admit I did not check the orbital parameters of the International Space Station. It could be that Thomas might have seen the launch. Not sure, but in any case, Thomas, I'm not sure if you are following the live stream video, but nevertheless, in any case, enjoy the last hours up there. It might be absolutely wonderful to see this launch from the ISS. Again, a big thank you to Ariane Group, the Airbus and Safran joint venture. Thank you, Alain. Thank you, Stéphane, for this wonderful and long-expected flight. Thanks also to those at BIL, at BAF, in the CSG premises of CNES, of ESA, who relentlessly and in the back office of the Jupiter backroom control center integrate, test, and manage the launch. A big thank also to our friends of EUTELSAT. Johan here, Rodolphe, I suspect you are somewhere in Paris. Thank you. We are again extremely honored by your renewed confidence and trust in Airbus solutions. It's more than 20 years, I think the first one was in 1996, that we have launched the first Eurostar 2000 Plus base satellite for you guys. And this evening is again a grand premiere with EUTELSAT 172B. It's full electric propulsion, power flexibility, 3D printed structural components, among other innovations. We're excited to further cooperate, in particular on quantum, which will be another leapfrogging system and probably launch, I don't know, maybe launch from here. Congrats also to our colleagues from ViaSat, Mark and Boeing. Mark and Mark, back from the launch site. We were happy to co-chair the launch this evening with you guys in this Ariane 5 double-decker. And thanks to have waited for a satellite to be released. As a matter of fact, we are not very much used to be in the lower position. We are used to have a bigger satellite and the upper position, but this time with the design of this full electric propulsion, it allowed it to have a rather lightweight, compact, but nevertheless extremely powerful satellite, and that's fitting in the lower position. Happy to co-chair with you guys. At this juncture, I would like also to address a very, very warm thank you to my teams at Airbus in various sites. Toulouse, I know you guys are 150, 200 people down there in Toulouse, in Portsmouth, in Stevenage, Backnang, Elancourt, to name a few. And to our partners. It's late over there. It's probably, 2 o'clock in the morning. Rather early in the morning, but in any case, warm congrats for the development of this wonderful and most innovative system. Special thanks also to the various agencies who supported us in this venture, ESA and various space agencies in Europe, especially CNES, the Commissariat Général à l'Investissement, merci Jean-Luc, for your outstanding support via the Programme d'Investissement pour l'Avenir, a real win-win partnership. Enfin, let me wish good luck to our teams in Airbus premises, in Toulouse and EUTELSAT, and at EUTELSAT. Again, passionate people, rarely seen and talked about. Those who will, for the next 15 or maybe 19, 20 years, operate this baby that we just delivered in orbit. They have already started to take care. They will perform the early operation phase. They will follow up with the IoT. And you guys will be working for the next, as I said, 15 years, 365 days a week, a year, 24 hours a day. Over to you. À vous de jouer maintenant. Merci et bonne chance.
Okay, greetings everybody. You'll have to forgive me if I have a big grin on my face after watching that spectacular launch out from the Toucan Viewing Center. So the very first thing I'd like to do is, on behalf of everybody at ViaSat, all of our employees, our team, our customers and partners, is extend our thanks to Arianespace and to Boeing for a fabulous job. We feel very, very well supported by both. And as has been mentioned, this was a record performance for both companies. For Ariane, the largest mass ever lifted on an Ariane 5. For Boeing, the largest commercial satellite that they'd ever built. I think also, for me personally, I want to thank everybody at ViaSat who has contributed to make this possible, to get us in a position where we can achieve the things that we've done. Everybody, whether you're working on the ground system, on other programs, have contributed to make this day possible. I would like to speak a little bit about what this means for ViaSat, and we think also for the world. ViaSat has been quite successful in the United States with our first ViaSat-1 satellite and with our Wild Blue heritage in providing aeronautical services and also home internet in a way that had never been done by satellite before. But now, with ViaSat-2, we can begin a transition from being a domestic US company primarily to now being a regional company and in transition to being a global company. With ViaSat-2, we'll have about 300 gigabits per second of bandwidth. We'll use that record performance by Ariane and Boeing to create the most powerful communication satellite ever launched. It will enable us to deliver higher speeds, more bandwidth to more users, and to deliver that service into more places than we've ever done before. We'll be able to serve more people at home. We'll be able to extend our coverage across the Atlantic Ocean into South America and into the Caribbean for aeronautical customers, cruise ships, and other applications. Fittingly, with our launch partner, EUTELSAT, who we have a very long and fruitful relationship with, it will enable seamless coverage from Europe at KA-SAT, now across the Atlantic, to North America, all the way at Ka-band with the highest performance possible. We at ViaSat feel we're on a mission. We see this as a very big step forward in that mission, but we think we can make satellite as competitive for broadband services at home as any other terrestrial technology. We know that's an audacious goal. We think that that will be good for ViaSat, it will be good for all of our stakeholders. We think it will be good for the satellite industry to show that that can be done. It will be great for users. To do that, we have a lot of tough technology problems to solve. We've done several of them in ViaSat-2. Not only do we have a very large amount of bandwidth, the most ever, a large coverage area, but for the first time at this scale, we've added measures of flexibility in the performance and our ability to allocate that bandwidth to the places where it's most needed in ways that have never been done before. But we have more technology to do. We have already begun, are well in the middle of our ViaSat-3 program, and very pleased and thankful to be working again with both Boeing and Ariane on the first of our ViaSat-3 satellites. Finally, I'd really like to congratulate EUTELSAT on the success of their mission, Airbus as well on a successful mission. Thanks again to all the people at ViaSat everywhere for the work that you've done, to our launch partners, enjoy today's success. I know I am. And then let's make the most of the opportunity it's created for us. Thank you very much.
Wow. So if everyone here in the audience, who's here for the first time seeing the launch? Raise your hand. Outstanding, outstanding. Beautiful, beautiful launch. So I want to start off with a congratulations also to ViaSat, Arianespace, and Boeing teams for just an incredible activity to get to this point and to launch today. Just a beautiful, beautiful launch. Want to extend congratulations also to EUTELSAT and Airbus co-passengers. This was a big one. This is a big one for us all. So congratulations to you also. It's good to be back here, Stefan, launching on Ariane in French Guiana, 54 and counting. And we're looking forward to keep that rolling with Soyuz and Vega as well as Ariane. Boeing and ViaSat first entered into the contract for ViaSat-2 in May of 2013. And though we've worked together on other projects since the early 2000s. ViaSat-2 is the largest commercial satellite that Boeing has built. As Mark had said previously, it'll provide twice the capacity and 7 times the coverage of the ViaSat-1 satellite that's up there. So a significant step forward. When the solar arrays are fully deployed, it'll be the wingspan of a 767 aircraft. With solar array power in excess of 18 kilowatts. So quite the size of the satellite and the capability to be able to give the ViaSat. As it moves to its final orbital position, ViaSat will go through a series of deployments, the solar arrays, the antennas, then undergo in-orbit testing. All of that testing will be done from our Mission Control Center in El Segundo, California, with the combined Boeing ViaSat teams. Boeing and ViaSat have a great relationship together, and it's continuing as well on ViaSat-3. Our teams on ViaSat-2 worked side by side in the factory, in design reviews, in project management decisions, and with the launch here at the Guyana Space Center. We are also working, as Mark talked about, on ViaSat-3, a satellite with greater than 25 kilowatts of power, all-electric propulsion, and integrating ViaSat payload technology. So we, working with ViaSat, continue to take those steps forward, advancing technology and advancing what we all feel around the world. We are honored and humbled that ViaSat has put their trust in the Boeing company to deliver their next generation satellite, a game changer in the industry that'll connect the world. So thank you again to ViaSat, Arianespace, and the entire Boeing satellite team that I know is watching in El Segundo, California, and here, the launch team. Just want to say thank you for your hard work, dedication, and support in accomplishing this beautiful launch tonight. Let's continue to change the world. Thank you.
Après un anglais un peu approximatif, j'ai beaucoup apprécié l'accent anglais de Johan Leroy, qui a un bon degré de compétition.
Johan Leroy's English really did impress me, and I feel that you have given me great support thanks to your intervention earlier on.
Donc, je vais m'exprimer en français.
So I turn now to French as this evening reaches its end. We will be back on the 28th of June here at the CSG in this very same room at Jupiter. And this will be for 2 very significant customers of ours in Marsat. That's a partnership with ViaSat, it's H3SIS, and the Indian Space Agency, ISRO, for which we'll be launching GSAT-17. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Enjoy the rest of the evening. And many thanks once again to our customers and partners.
Well, my friends, another incredible Ariane 5 mission has come to an end. And this one, the 79th in a row. It's been my honor to be coming down here to French Guiana 2007 to serve as the host of a number of these broadcasts. Each and every one we enjoy more and more. And we share the excitement with you live from here in French Guiana. And we see that tremendous launch. Again, we say congratulations to everybody involved in VA237, especially the folks in ViaSat and EUTELSAT. And for the world's #1 launch service provider, Arianespace, I'm Harry Thibodeau, bidding you good night from French Guiana.
Bon.
Pardon?
On va la parade.
Allumage et décollage.